We are going. We had to park way down the road for the Lake Blanche hike. Every time we've been here though, it's been like crazy. So you can never do this hike unless you park really far down the road or you get here at like 6 in the morning. Yeah, because it's Saturday too. That's kind of cold. Hello. That river's popping. Got a lot of water. We should buy a smart car so we could park in the spot like that. Yeah. Just a little tiny guy. Yeah. We're like, there's a spot. There's another spot. Smart car. Look at all these spots if you had a smart car. Another one. Another spot. I should have parked right here. Just box someone in.
So in driver's ed in high school, you had to go on a canyon drive, and this S-curve, everyone was always so scared that they'd get stuck with the S-curve.
Really?
Yeah, because there's always this canyon. Because it's free and it was closest to the school.
Right.
And so, man, I got really lucky when I did my canyon drive. And he's like, all right, pull over right before the S-curve. And I'm like, oh, I got out of it. And the next kid was like, oh, no.
You were like, okay, I'll pull over. Woohoo! I win.
Yep. Big deep breath. I escaped it.
All right, dingbats are ahead of us.
BCC is really whipping today.
The BCC. And what does that stand for, Roxy? Before the Common Era. Oh, wait, that's BCE. Big Cottonwood Creek. There could be someone from New York watching this that has no idea.
I know. In the news this week, there was a guy who tried to do a polar plunge in the Big Cottonwood Creek and immediately got whipped away 50 feet and like got lucky, got himself up on a rock.
Oh, yeah.
He had to get helicoptered off.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of this guy?
Out of the Big Cottonwood Creek.
Yeah, it's like raging. It is absolutely raging.
Yeah, I think he learned his lesson. That was insane.
Yeah. We're gonna catch up to the dingbats. She must be the mom. She had authority. Okay, I'm pushing pretty hard, but that's good.
Yep.
Is this our guy?
Yep. Yep.
All right, no dogs allowed. Sorry, Snoop. Okay. Easy. A lot of sweet peas. I know, I'm trying to go fast to give us some space between the group.
I know, and it's killing me.
Me too. We'll slow down a little. Ooh, it's icy cold over here. It's nice. Oh, I was holding it backwards. You feeling good?
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, we're gonna hit a switchback loop-de-loop pretty soon. Nice little trail in the middle of this, little stream in the middle of the trail. I like it.
We're a trail in the middle of the stream.
Yeah, that's true. Either way, the same meaning. Get you on the bridge. Thank you. I had a busy week of work and I needed to get out.
I'd say I was definitely ready to get back out and do something fun.
Ah, this is a nice little meandering switchback. Not really going up. Yeah, it kind of pulls away from Mill B Fork for a little while and then gets closer to it as we go. From when I looked at the map this morning, I kind of tried to get an idea.
I have that cooling cloth for you.
You brought that. How does it work? Does it mean like you crack it open and it starts cooling, or?
No, you just wet it and then you like snap it a few times, is what it said.
Oh,
It has instructions written on it.
wow. Yeah. Hello. Wow. You see that up there? Wow, it's very pretty. So I think from here on out until a long ways forward, we just go straight like this. Kind of just like right up the river. All right, Twin Peaks Wilderness.
Like the show?
Yeah. Down, boom, 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 boom. What a weird show. I had to watch it like 5 times to even like understand that all the hallucinations are not actually hallucinations, they're real. It's supposed to be taken literally.
That's heavy.
Yeah, do we need to lighten it up?
No.
Mine's heavy too. I'm gonna dig out of water in a couple minutes.
You see that? Got the people on the trail where they attack. This is crazy.
Yeah, we're kind of overpacking, I guess. So these are dead sweet pea seeds that if you wanted a wild sweet pea. Some of them are purple, but some are this blue.
I think the blue might be their dying color.
Yeah.
So,
Ah, yes, so that's an actual sweet pea doing a pea pod. Interesting. For me, the warm-up is usually just the hardest.
it is.
To go from sitting in a car and sitting at a desk all week and then getting that first mile of uphill in, it usually makes me question my life. But then I usually get really happy after that little warm-up phase.
Brutal.
That hike we did up Butler's Fork to Gobbler's Knob was so steep at the start.
It was. It was brutal.
That thing went straight up. That cliff up there is cool. That thing is wild looking. Very steep. Let's take a look over. So this is the Mount Olympus range.
You can tell. It looks like the cragginess of Mount Olympus.
I don't have my peaks memorized well enough to tell you what that big one is over to the right in the background. That guy over there.
South Thane.
Oh, okay, South Thanes.
And then there's Triangle and Mount Olympus, which I don't know if we can see those.
Yeah.
I think Triangle is just out of sight, and of course Olympus is.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I think I had a cold or really bad allergies some of the week. I was just run down.
We had one that got everyone at my work has got allergies.
Yeah, there's something about this season that's just, yeah, it's true.
Some of my coworkers have never really had allergies. I'm the one got allergies now.
Yeah, a little bit.
I was feeling this week.
Were you?
Yeah, sorry.
I might have been peeling a little, but I didn't notice.
This sun would be probably protecting the
Yeah, I try to pull it up a little on my neck like this on the way back with their sun. I need to come up with a better method of securing it like this so it stays up. I tried that this morning and it was too small. I need a bigger clip, I guess. Bless you. I have Claritin if we need.
I already took one.
Okay. Some more of that larkspur.
angle where you can see the creek here. All right.
One more rest or keep going?
Debacle. I think I already made my mind up. Not one subway permits for July 7th, which is the day of our Primus concert.
What?
So we're gonna go to the Primus concert. I'm not gonna go to the subway. I've done it enough times. I can give somebody else my spot.
You've done a little what?
I said I've done. Pull over. Just get coming.
Sorry. Good morning.
I said I've done the subway like 4 or 5 times, so I'm gonna be fine. I'm letting it go.
Let someone take that spot?
Yeah, somebody hasn't done it very much.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And she was like, yeah, I want permits. Something else happened. I was like, dang. Wasn't meant to be for me this year.
Well, if you decide you want to do subway and not Primus, it's okay.
That's okay. I will have another opportunity. The universe is telling me not to go, so I'm listening.
This is nice.
This is cool. Oh, that makes my neck feel so much better.
Does it?
Yeah.
It's already working?
Oh, that was cold river water.
Yeah. That's the trick. They're like, this towel will cool you down. Just dip it in cold river water first.
Reapply water when it gets warm again.
Yeah. Preferably snow melt.
George took his mom out to the coast stuff on her birthday dinner.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they liked it. She always likes going somewhere where she can speak Spanish with the wait staff too, so perks.
Yeah, I wish I could speak Spanish. Every
Yeah.
time I want to, it's been so long I'm super rusty and don't remember anything.
I know. My ability to listen and follow is so bad.
Yeah, but if I like read it, I can figure out a lot of the words.
Read it pretty well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'd say I can like read Spanish on like a 3rd grade level. Speak on like preschooler. And we went to Rancho Market and cashiers started off talking in Spanish to George.
Wow, these are good. I'll take those. Those are better variety.
So George and the cashier were talking a little bit of Spanish. And I'm like, I'm catching like 1 in 5 words. And George doesn't talk that fast because he's not that good.
Yeah.
Practice enough considering. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, so I feel like I need to like study it all the time to stay on top of it. People always say that. Like,
Yeah.
you have to have useful.
The best way, and it's hard to do in your normal life.
Yeah, and you know, using it for real situations. Anyway, is your ice water cooling your back at all, or do you need to rotate it?
I don't know. I have only got it on the back of my neck right now. So.
Well, I meant your ice water in your backpack.
It's not making my back hurt. So it's doing something.
Okay. That's good.
So we also went out to dinner on Wednesday.
Yeah, you went out to dinner. Where'd you go?
The Chinatown.
Oh, okay.
We've been going there. I've told you about it before.
Yeah.
They've changed their menu quite a bit. They have a new appetizer called chicken pierogi. It was so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Chicken karagi.
It's like a tempura fried chicken.
Huh.
They give you a spicy mayo. It was awesome. Hello.
There's chicken with what? Say again?
Like a tempura
Tempura chicken.
and then a spicy mayo dipping sauce.
Spicy mayo.
It was just awesome.
Spicy mayo is awesome.
It is. And fancy ramen is always fun. I got a pork chashu, I think was the word.
Ah,
Braised pork belly. It was delicious.
wow.
It's super tender, nice bacony pork flavor. It was good.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've had the volcano chicken from OK Hot Dog or whatever. Yeah, that stuff's so good. Well, we're gonna see if this lives up to all the hype. Like, why is it so popular? Is it because the whole trail is meandering like this, where it's uphill but not like devastating?
Yeah, I think that's one of the tricks.
Ugh, I spoke too soon. Doing some step ups. Whoa. Well, if All Trails is accurate, we're gonna do about 50,000 steps today. Roxy's being cool. She's got her amazing shirt on of many colors.
Sure, this is cool.
It's like French Legionnaire now. Hi, good morning. Have a good one. Well, we're making some gains. We've done 1.5 miles.
Uh-huh.
That's the camera. Good morning. That's the camera right there, or the map. So we've done that much.
Uh-huh.
And we gotta go and do that before the lake.
Oh, we're gonna have extra mileage since we did the road walk. We're gonna be 10 plus.
Probably. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what we do. Yeah, it smells good right here too.
Yeah. Different smell than normal.
I'm already getting hungry.
Well, we have plenty of food. We can eat.
Good morning.
Good morning. I brought 4 apple sauces.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, we need to start eating to clear our weight.
Yeah. You're welcome. Have a good one.
She's been brainwashed. Yeah, she's been indoctrinated. Yeah. Think that way. Yeah, it's not her fault. That 20 years.
You know, if you've been indoctrinated and brainwashed, you don't know it because you've been indoctrinated and brainwashed, so you think it's normal. So if you're aware enough to call someone else out on being brainwashed and indoctrinated, you probably shouldn't say anything about them. Consider instead your own brainwashing and indoctrination, because we all grow up in a culture and a society.
We all think something is wrong that someone else thinks is right.
So it's best to just not judge others and look back at yourself as if you've got all the answers. When you say, oh, that person just doesn't know what they're talking about, you probably don't know what you're talking about either. That's at least my thought on myself. As I'm over here propounding philosophy, if you want to call it that, I just know that I've judged people a lot growing up, and in the last, really just the last few years, I've tried not to do it so harshly. So it really just points out my own shortcomings when it comes down to it. All right, since our last break, we've come
0.1 mile.
0.01 miles. We've done an 843 foot gain of elevation.
This is where we get to compare, because
Yeah.
somehow you have 0.1 more miles, and I have
Yeah, it's the same app,
40 more feet.
and we have the same time. We turned it on. Basically, you did it 6 seconds earlier.
Yeah, that was pretty much as close as possible.
So maybe we should send our phones into All Trails, screenshots of that. Say, hey, what gives?
I'd say it's the differing phones.
They'd say it's the accelerometers.
Yep.
Oh, the sweet peas are nice. Look at all those.
Thank you.
They're looking good. You're welcome. Have a good one.
Looks like that group who stole that parking spot from us. They're not coming this way. So they're just doing the other trail.
Yeah, I really doubt.
They probably should have parked on the road. Let us.
Well, they were very concerned about getting an up close parking spot,
They were.
when
That
really
was rude.
they should be doing the opposite and trying to walk more.
Yeah.
Frankly. Nice pine tree.
Very nice. Stick your hand in that.
Nah, I'll do it on the way back. I love sticking my hand in spider holes. Let's pull over for a second, have a drink. Okay, so if we break like this 100 times, we'll get a mile.
Yeah.
The dirt has turned more orange, or red, orange. You again.
Hello again.
Here's one of those 0.1 mile stops. We're going up pretty steep right now.
Tempting to take them all. I already drank 3/4 of my first bottle.
Really?
Yeah.
They're thirsty.
Pouring sweat, man.
We're gonna need to give you some salt soon.
Well, I had Gatorade in this, but yeah, still.
Flat area up here, we can take a second. Yeah, but your shirt speaks volumes. Look at that shirt.
It does. I like this. It's got extra long sleeves, so there's no chafing on my backpack.
Ah,
A lot harder to lose. Most people put this shirt on.
yeah, I can see you from space. I love it. Ever since you were a little tiny girl, you would grab crazy, clashy colors, and I always loved it. I think
Color person is like,
I know.
I like them all.
You like high contrast. I think it's cool.
Sections like this are lovely.
Yeah.
From some of those harder spots.
Yeah, this is kind of almost flat.
Yeah.
Last time I said that, I hosed us. We had to do a bunch of straight ups.
So now we're about to do a huge uphill.
Yeah. So the sweet peas are really popping.
They are. Lots more than I expected. So for my Gatorades, I may have grabbed a red and a blue, or I might have grabbed 2 of one color. I picked them in the dark. Threw them in my backpack. So I don't know what's in there except that they're not yellow.
Yeah, that's
I can tell
good.
what those ones are.
I grabbed a blue, a light blue, and one of the dishwater colors,
Nice.
which is like cherry, I think. Ooh. Step up. Every once in a while we need to stop, not just for a break, but to just look. Look at those mountains. Mount Olympus is beautiful from here, well, the Mount Olympus range.
Yeah.
And up ahead, we've got really pretty cliffs to our side. Roxy, use your elven eyes and see if you can find a mountain goat.
No such luck here.
Yeah, there's no white except snow way over there.
There's not really any
Oh, who put that rock there?
grassy spots where they would like to be. I've never heard about them over on this side.
I do a little pull over again. It's a cardigan.
Awesome.
Someone behind us now too.
You should have brought her to Riches.
This place is popular.
Yeah, honestly.
Thank you. Good morning.
Morning.
Not bad, you know?
That actually kind of makes me sad that Eric never comes with us, seeing him with his son. Little bum.
At least to be fair, Eric did work today. He would not have been ready for this.
Yeah, I know, but that's just because he's never does it.
Yep.
Oh, well, you can't force someone to like something, you know? It's just the way the world works. No matter how much you love something, you can't make someone else see the light that you see.
No. Even when it's unfathomable that you could like this.
We're starting to touch a little sun.
Yeah. It's like getting warm.
Yeah. It's 9:05 now. Do you want to start talking about our plans for next Wednesday morning?
Yeah. We could go for something shorter since it's the Wednesday.
Yeah, like you said, like some of those hikes you think are just too short. Those are the good Wednesday ones.
They are.
So like the one that we were looking at.
Yeah, stairs.
Yeah, but what's the other one that's up Mill Creek?
It was up Lake Creek. I didn't even think to get in.
Look at how
It's
pretty.
the most larkspur I've ever seen in
This
one
larkspur. Huge patch, and there's even like a white larkspur in the
patch.
back.
We're going into a quickie spot.
Yeah, this is really cool. Yeah, I like it. I'll let these guys go past.
Howdy.
Howdy.
How are you?
Doing great. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Good.
Yeah, I think
Right.
we should just pick something in Mill Creek or Big Cottonwood. I don't know off the top of my head exactly what we'll want.
Yeah, maybe we try the Stairs Gulch or that one that you sent earlier with in Mill Creek.
Bowman Fork one?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Or we could even do something even easier and then plan to get an early lunch somewhere if you wanted. I don't know. That's,
Nice.
you have to go to work, so
Yeah, but on Wednesday I'll have to go out, I believe.
so if we do something that's 3 miles or something like that, that's not that bad, then we'll just get food after.
Yeah, if we get an early start, we're done by 12. I have plenty of time. Hey, look at that big brook up there.
A little grove of Quakies was nice. Short-lived. Sweaty. I am sweaty.
Does you have your cloth now?
I have it. I just don't need it. Look at these pretty sweet peas. They're all over. No, I'm not hot yet. My head is still freezing. Thankfully.
Yeah.
Look how nice this section is. All these.
Okay, so this is the thing I get mixed up. There's dogwood,
Yeah.
choke cherry, and I
Uh-huh.
don't know which one's which on route.
One of them has
One of
these
them's
longer.
long, and I think that's choke cherry.
Yeah, that's what I would guess, but I don't really know.
Yeah.
But they look like cherry leaves.
I think they're choke cherry. I'm just not saying with 100% certainty.
Look at that
We'll
gnarly.
verify.
That's a gnarly little caterpillar bundle.
Want me to get a picture?
Should I put it in my mouth? Ew.
That's like in Shrek.
Yeah. Very nice. All right. Cruising. Another runner.
Morning.
Someone's spilling all kinds of water.
Yeah.
Or they're sweating really bad.
They're peeing their pants a little.
Or peeing their pants a lot. Wow. Wow, wow, woo. Little bit of uppy. Uppy, up, uppy. Whew. Up, up, up. Yeah, indeed.
We did get one of those, and it does make better guac.
How is that?
So you emulsify all your ingredients except the avocados first. Make them all mixed up, get all their flavors combined.
Uh-huh.
Then you add your avocados in chunks. And you don't crush it completely smooth.
Yeah,
'Cause,
agreed.
we put pico de gallo. We didn't have any salsa, so we bought some pico.
Yeah, that's actually probably better than salsa, really.
Cilantro, a little lime, avocados, obviously, salt and pepper to taste. I think that's it.
No onion. I always add extra onion.
Oh, there was onion in the pico.
Yeah, I always add extra because
I don't even have any.
I realize that I'm an onion fanatic.
Obviously, it's pretty good because it was gone.
Yeah, sounds good.
So maybe I'll just do that again.
You could also try a bean dip, where you kind of do everything much the same, except instead of avocados, you do beans, refried beans. Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Yeah, nice diet breakfast right now. Back down to 0.
Yeah, chill it out a little.
Cliff lines are really nice here.
Actually, Chandler asked that I do some selfies once in a while. So, hike. People walking by. All right, I'll edit that out. I don't like to have people in there. Chandler, I'm doing this just for you. All right. Look at all these things. And down the river. We're going up to those snow fields. All right, that's the only selfie for now. All right, we're going. Ah, it smelled good. Some of the plant life fragrance wafted at me.
Yeah.
So Lake Blanche is next to two other bigger lakes.
I just saw on the map Lake Blanche. I forgot the other name.
Lake Florence?
Lake Blanche is the next door neighbor.
Okay. Lillian. Was it? It was Lake Lillian.
Okay.
I wonder how you.
Good morning. Doing great. How about you guys? Good. But we're actually not going to go to those lakes because we're going to skirt Blanche to the right and go towards Sundial. Yeah, that's looking very monolithic and looming.
Sundial is really iconic.
Yeah, that's definitely it. See it kind of through the trees.
So you still have a long ways to go.
Yeah, we do. But we're not going to do the whole thing at once. We'll do little bits at a time. And then it's not that bad. Oh, yeah, that is a root blob. That's the technical term. Root blob. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Bobby. I say that at work all the time because Brett and I made up a fable to talk about how when you don't solve the little design flaws early, they become big design flaws later. We said let's say you have a problem with ants. And did I already tell you this? I think I already did.
I don't think so, actually.
So you buy a bunch of praying mantises that can eat the ants. And then the praying mantises start to proliferate. So you're like, we got to buy some mice to get rid of these praying mantises.
Yeah.
And then
Old lady just followed the
Yeah, it keeps going. That's right.
Morning.
But in our fable, we said it's mice to cats to dogs. Well, how are we going to get rid of all these dogs? We need to have some tigers. And so
Look at the waterfall coming down.
we always picture ourselves at the desk at the computer typing with a huge tiger sitting behind you ready to kill you. And people say, why is that tiger behind you? And you say, ants. It's because of ants. Yeah, look at that waterfall out there. That's a really big waterfall cutting through that cliff face. So because of that fable, now when I hear someone making a decision that is not the best design choice, that's like good for short term but not long term, I quote Archer and say,
Yeah.
do you want ants? Because this is how you get ants.
It's such an awesome meadow.
It is nice.
Sweeping breeze.
Yeah.
Have a good one. That's pretty incredible.
Well, I think we're gonna go above that waterfall and there's gonna be a lake. Yeah.
I assume that's one of the lake streams.
Yep. I bet you it's the main Blanches. I know there's some switchbacks near the lake, so we got them right up there coming up.
Well, take another break before we do that.
Yeah,
Top off any drinks we need.
yeah, I like it. Wonder what he's running from. We're walking right to it. I've noticed in our hiking days that sometimes you see people that are in their 60s or maybe even touching 70,
Yeah,
and they're just dominating.
they are. And I think that just because,
It's because they do it every single year, all year.
yeah,
And they're just really good hikers.
if you're retired, you can probably hike all you want. Better.
All right, this is really nice. This section's cool.
The owning trees.
Another quakey grove. Look up above. Look at that.
We had a quick guy coming behind us. You go pull over.
Well, we got some Squatch sign. Clear. You think a human would just put that stick there?
No way. They don't even know how.
Nope.
The trees can't fall like that.
Well, why would it? That's ridiculous. You have to be a science denier to think that's not a Yeti that did that. At least that's how I see it. Piece of cake. Sometimes we're barely getting on the trail by 9:35.
Yeah. I thought I slept in super late.
Did you?
My eyes were like, oh, it's 7. I did all right.
You did. You didn't even have to use an alarm, huh?
No.
That's good. That's when you start to get it nailed down, because if you have to use an alarm, you're interrupting your sleep, and then you're gonna feel sloggy and groggy.
And I wasn't down to do that for a big hike day.
Nope. I woke up and thought it might be 7 too, and I looked and it was 6:15.
Nice.
So, yeah. Went over my pack, got that all ready, considered why I'm packing so much.
Still considering that.
But it comes back to that, yeah, good morning. It comes back to that philosophical point of view that if you carry a heavy pack, it'll make you stronger, even though it's tiring. You're gonna go home and get stronger by the next week, even more. And then, when you do a hike without a pack, which who knows if we'll ever do, but if we do, it should be like way easier.
We've yet to do that.
You gotta step up, step up, step up. You hope you know I'm like a chainsaw. Bzz. Whew. That got me breathing. There's a wild Roxy. She's a good hiker. And then we also have snacks along with the chips, guac, and salsa. We've got little meat snacks and...
I brought this cheese square.
Oh.
So, could be Gouda or Havarti. I don't know which one.
Oh, there's the clematis. So I looked it up. Here's the deal. It's called clematis in America. In Britain, they sometimes call them clematis, like M-A-Y, and no one says clematis except your grandma,
Okay. So
according to the Chat GPT.
Well,
And I kind of,
I really believe the robot over grandma.
I barraged it and said, hey, well, what about this? What about this? What about localities in Utah? And I got even that specific, and it was like, no. There's really no documentation to support any of that.
So now
It's clematis or clematis.
I'm gonna have to do a linguistics study and ask people how they say it and find out if we've got.
There's a lot of clematis here. Yeah, we're gonna gain some elevation here in the next half mile, 3/4.
Yep. Can't get up without going up.
Can't get up without going up. Wisdom.
Wisdom or common sense?
Yeah, it's more like a common sense motto.
Bird's telling me something.
I know. I saw 4 magpies on the roof of the apartment building the other day.
Cool.
making a major fuss, and there was a crow standing in the middle of them. They were arguing about the crow trying to kill their babies, I think.
I saw a few foxes today on the golf course this week.
You saw a few what were they?
Foxes.
Oh, foxes.
One was just a little guy, scrappy fella.
Oh.
And two I saw playing, then they ran off.
That's so cool.
It is cool.
Makes me worry about
I also
Bray
saw
Bray.
a deer.
Oh.
That was really lucky. Mom and I were walking different directions, and theoretically she should have seen the deer. She didn't, and I did. We were trying to catch each other. Gained another 100 feet.
Sounds like we got a runner.
I had the backpacker's coffee cup from
Yeah.
Recreation Outlet. I have the same one. Probably a pretty epic place to camp is up here, though.
Yeah.
Man, dragging all the stuff up here, it's gonna be heavy.
It sure does seem tough. I think that for me, backpacking in the desert or in the Uintas, the hikes are going to be so much easier.
Well, Uintas are not easier, but far enough away that you feel more obliged.
I guess it depends on where in the Uintas, because some of them you get up there pretty high, and you kind of just hike vertical a lot, or horizontally. It's not like this. We're going up. Oh yeah? Man, there must be a big bear up here. Then I'll be running so fast. Oh, someone did the work. Here. This is a nice bridge. I guess I should show you. See, someone brought the rocks down.
One thing about hiking in Utah, you're going to encounter just countless nice people.
Seems like it.
There's really good community out on the mountain. Culturally, this is the standard.
Yeah, you get a lot of like-minded, just people that are friendly on the trail. It's true. Like we said in our last video, the people that are kind of quiet are just, they're doing their thing, but
Yeah.
if we never did the uphill, we'd be on the wrong trail.
We'll just meet you guys at the top.
Yeah, we'll leapfrog. I figure if we can keep up with you guys, we're doing a really good job. Even if I can just see your shirt in the distance.
Yeah, it works.
I've got it memorized now.
So is mine. We'll keep an eye on each other.
Yeah, there you go.
Good luck. Be good one.
Good luck. That sounds foreboding. What a beautiful canyon, though. So how far
Really an amazing one.
this hike has been
I can see why it's
gorgeous
so
all the
popular.
way. Yeah, it's just 100% gorgeous. Oh, step ups. Bless you. Bless you again.
Actually, the back of your hair is way sweatier.
Yeah. It feels like it. I didn't expect to see backpackers coming down, but
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
props to them.
Okay, we're at almost 3 miles. Whoa. "20 more feet, and then we'll break." It's nice and flat.
Buzzing on my knee, little bug.
That little bug. He needs to.
Bug is bugging me.
Yeah. That's probably why they called them bugs.
I can understand that.
Not done with the uphills now.
You're not done with the uphill till you see a lake, Roxy. And then there's more uphill.
Yep.
But we'll have our break.
We'll have our lunchy. We'll have to say have a good day in Spanish.
I had a guy say that to me at the Costa Vida because I spoke a little Spanish with him. Oh no, it was a
Speaking,
Tangabuendia. That's what it was. Tangabuendia.
I was gonna say it's kind of weird to just say have a day.
Have a day or an hour. Yeah, Tangabuendia. I think that's what. But you know, I just said I'm rusty, okay? All of my blood is in my legs,
Yeah.
not my brain anyway.
Like snipping.
Look at that. Can you see it? It's hard to see.
I'm trying to get pictures, but the light's not amazing.
Hey, baby.
You
You're
are
so
awesome.
adorable. We're gonna have to look up that kind of bird. That was really cool.
Nice.
Well, you might think we're getting close, but we're not. We have a lot of switchbacks left. It's like the Pines of Doom in this section. What did you say about the Pines of Doom rocks?
If this is the Pines of Doom, we've still got 2,000 feet.
Yeah, I've never been on this trail, so I really don't know, but seems like it's gonna go and do.
I think we still have 2,000 if we're doing Sundial.
Yeah, because Sundial's a good, like 1,200 from the lake or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta tie my shoe. I've never had it undone on any of my trails.
It wasn't me.
You tugging.
You didn't tie so much more.
How you like these shoes you're wearing now? Are they good?
Yeah, I think when these ones are blown out, you don't expect them to last more than this season since they're used. I will get the same one again. I do really like how these ones feel. Did you see that grouse?
Yeah, I did, but he was so fast I couldn't get it on film.
I would get these again. I would get them in the wide.
Yeah, I might retire these boots this year and see if I can do the whole year with them. But I might buy some before then, because I've stomped a lot of miles in these babies.
Yeah. Well, I've switched. I wanted good grip. That was my number one concern.
Yeah, the butt slides were getting out of control with your last pair.
They were, and the whole toe, like ridge, all of it has lost its grip.
Yeah. So you wore them out. You know, they're good for like walking around the neighborhood. You can do that, but you don't want to hike with them anymore. Okay.
Foot caught on the branch, and I'm like, what are you keeping the backpack up here? I didn't know that was really my thing.
Yeah, I didn't know so many backpacked up here either, Roxy. That's a pretty cool idea. We're actually making our way kind of past.
Dromedary's not looking as daunting anymore. It means we've gained a lot.
And I think Sunrise is the one right next to it.
Yeah.
So for the camera,
So yes, that is Sunrise.
that's Sunrise on the right and Dromedary on the left. And in front of us,
Do you know what dromedary means? Is it a name? Is it a word?
I don't know. It's an amazing word though. It sounds Greek. It reminds me of Andromeda.
Yeah.
So drom doesn't really mean anything, but andro means human. Andromeda, what does meta mean in Greek? I think it might mean same as meta.
Could mean life.
I think it means middle, or it means also information, potentially. But we'll have to look it up.
Anyways.
I'm ready for some guac.
Yeah. Ample guac.
Plus some salsa Rio, Cafe Rio salsa, rather.
Definitely. In all trails in Salt Lake City, this is the trail that pops up number one.
Yeah.
And Donut Falls. And Gloria Falls.
Wow, the view of it's really opening up now. And it's just gonna get better.
It is.
Looks like just an insane castle. We almost had to use our first aid kits.
Yeah.
Someone going downhill with a backpack would hit hard.
Yeah, glad he had poles. Save the day.
I did that once in the Uintas, and I used a leech, and it was the grossest thing I ever found. It was in a river under a river rock, and it was the squirmiest.
I don't think I could pick up a leech.
I did, and it was slimy and disgusting, and I said I'll never do it
I
again.
would actually say leeches are one of the scary.
That's got to be the boys.
That's gotta be our fisherman. Who else would love an opportunity to knock out?
Wow. What a view.
Sure is nice.
Snowfields, dromedary, and sunrise. I hope I'm saying that right. I need to look
I've
at
only
it
ever
again.
heard it as dromedary. I think that's right. As the locals, we can assume we're right.
Yeah, I just I've read it a bunch of times, but I'm not even really remembering if I got that right, like spelling.
No, you got it.
Yeah, near the end. Last time we did Olympus, a lot of bugs.
Yeah, a lot of.
Wow, someone put in the work to build some nice stairs. Amazing.
Bug slide.
I'm envious of that.
The side we go up is more like this, like that.
Yeah. So, these are really nice.
We were trying to come down a different way, and it turned into that.
Yeah.
And that was when I was like, this is it, this is how I'm gonna die.
How come there are no pikas? Should be hearing their little.
Okay, we do a straightaway now. Quite a ways. Let's get it.
Alright, I'm starting to feel like we're going the right direction again. I'm sure we got like 7 more switchies.
No, we don't. It's like straighties.
We literally don't have any more.
I mean, there's definitely some uphill involved still for a while, but yeah, we did the switchies. Wow, look how pretty these are.
Smell nice.
Yeah, they do. There's like a honeysuckle of something, some sort. Yeah, okay. Let's keep going. I'd say the majority of people are just doing the Blanche, right? And
Good day. That's the first time I've ever seen a pregnant person on the trail.
yeah, I didn't really pay attention.
I only noticed because I'm like, I think that's the first.
Maybe, yeah,
That's hardcore.
that is hardcore. I've heard that you're not supposed to jostle so much, but maybe that's just an old wives' tale.
I think that might be outdated. I don't know. We'll have to ask a professional.
condemn them.
Community picnic, Lake Blanche. My legs feel pretty good.
Yeah.
After some refuel, we'll see how we're feeling.
Yeah.
If we don't want to go to Sundial, we should definitely go to the other lakes.
Yeah, but I'm not even going there.
No, I think we're gonna get Sundial.
That's what I
Just
think.
saying.
We'll come back and do the other lakes.
Yeah.
Because our experience is that going downhill is a totally different, like,
Yeah.
you're tired, but it's just
I think we're gonna get a
so
good
much
view
easier.
of the glacial history up here. I've been reading about a book about Utah geology.
Oh,
Man, I really don't know a lot of the vocabulary, and so I'm struggling. But all of these little side canyons are glacier created.
uh-huh.
So
Yeah, they really kind of look like it because they're so steep, right? That's what the geologist, or the geology book that I read said, is that this sort of steepness that you get is almost always glacier.
yeah, you can kind of tell from the way it's cut the rock.
Yeah.
Let's do this in Vans. He's a beast.
Oh, I feel sorry for his feet. Wearing Vans,
Think about it.
that's tough. All right, now we're on the slab. That's awesome. Something about walking on rock makes me happy. We're close, Roxy.
I know.
There's the mountain now. So you go to the right of Blanche, and then you go around the whole peak. Obviously, you don't go up the cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the views are starting to pop. Sign of life.
Looks like we're actually gonna go through a glacial chute here.
Yes. What a great term that you pulled out there. So you are learning from your book.
Yeah, hopefully it's correct.
I think it is. It looks like a chute if I've ever seen one. And it looks glacial for sure. This is not natural rainwater erosion and wind. You can see the groove marks. This is hard ice.
1924 over here.
Okay.
And some newer ones.
Daryl or Farrell? Daryl Johnson, Sugar House. Yeah, I don't recommend scratching the rocks.
Yeah, don't do it.
It's not cool.
Not to say my ancestors haven't done it.
No, a different era.
It was. And they get to stay because it's so old now.
There was just so many less people back then. So I think what you're seeing the backside of there is Superior and Cardiff Peak. Which point down, if you got on the top of those, you'd look down into Little Cottonwood. I didn't know that quartzite could be up this high. That means there was sand up here with lapping waves of water.
The whole state of Utah was underwater, so
Well, I think this maybe was down lower and got jutted upward.
I mean, to be fair, I'd have to read that first chapter of this book like 30 times before I have a really good understanding of it, but I did understand that Utah was completely underwater before the water got
Well, that, yeah, it was an ocean way.
Yes.
So this is Lake Blanche, everybody. We made it.
Famous.
And that's Sundial Peak looming over us. Apparently there's a trail to the right of it with some snow. We're gonna see. Well, if the snow's too sketchy, we'll turn around. I'm not gonna kill myself to try to do it, but since we're here, we're gonna give it our best. So we made it to the lake by 10:30. We've been here 5 minutes. This slab of rock is amazing. I love it. Yeah, if we get going uphill, it's not going to be that chilly anymore. I guess we go down low. Or do we? Yeah, there's a trail over there. Let's take a little better look.
I'm thinking, what in the world? So you're right.
Yeah, we might get cut off, but probably not. Okay. Yeah, that's the guy. Like people up there just laid out sleeping. Digestion's gonna make us feel a touch tired, I think.
Yeah, it's gonna slow us down for a little while.
That's all right though. I think if we just keep plugging away, we'll be there in no time. Just a little bit at a time, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, the lunch rock selection is off the chain here. Everywhere you look, there's a great place to sit.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, that's a great spot too.
I've seen a lot of lakes that don't really have great lunch rocks, but this one is excellent.
All sorts good.
All right, across we go. I was just gonna go right through the water. All right, yeah. Fine, you got a point. There's that big old waterfall. So that's how you go to these other lakes, I guess. Whoa. It's a little steep, but not bad. It's actually got some steps. Am I recording? Yeah. Ugh. The old walk down the broken wall. Yeah, a little bit tricky. Okay, then we go across this. Well, the good thing is if you slip, you just get wet. There you go. It's that one, and then that log, yep, and then that rock in front of you. The rock beneath you is good too. Perfect. That'll wake you up in the morning. What's that?
Made it.
Yep. So there's the other lake.
Hello.
One of them.
Lawrence.
And there's a snowdrift for our first snow of the day. No, I was just looking, I saw a squirrel down there.
Oh, okay.
Thought maybe we'd scare something else up. I don't see any fish in this murky zone.
No salamanders either. So apparently salamanders really only get in the water for mating season.
Oh,
So when we were seeing them in Secret Lake, they were looking for hotties.
they were out cruising the town. They were clubbing. Ugh. A little bit ooey.
You don't like walking on that?
A little bit ooey. I mean, I've had moments that weren't straight down like this. I'm documenting. You give me a look like, hey, we sure we doing this?
I have had that thought, but
Well, we're gonna try.
we've done it.
If it gets too scary, we're not gonna do it, but I think it's gonna be just fine. We just did Gobbler's Knob that had snow drifts. And at least we can say we tried if we get turned around. Yeah, we're going up. Burn your legs.
Sure looks tall right now.
Little bit at a time, Roxy, little bit at a time. At any point when we turn around, everything gets easier.
Yep.
We were just where all those people are a few minutes ago, eating our lunch. How you feeling? A little bit breathy, but still good?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're gonna do some elevation gains, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's coming up. All right, we're gonna keep going this way. Get around the old lake. If you want, you can transfer some weight into my bag. I'm good with that. If you want to move some ice from your bag to mine, I'll take it. I know, you're always tough. All right, a little flat. Hey, birdie, birdie. There's a ton of little white wildflowers on the ground here. Just every single plant is flowering. There's dromedary. There's where we're gonna try to summit if we can.
Well, this one is like being in the Brighton parking lot looking up at Millie.
Yeah, it's intimidating.
It is.
It's a huge looming slab of cliff right in front of us.
Now, we don't know is I already picked up a snowball to put it down my shirt.
What?
I know.
Are you already overheating?
If
Roxy.
nothing, it's really distracting.
She's preparing for the heat
Yeah.
and the pain. And I think I'm gonna follow suit and clear some here.
I didn't even try to get clean.
That's for the next guy that comes by. Oh, that's
We need to angle up a little bit more.
pretty hard snow.
You gotta go this way.
Do we?
Yeah.
How'd I miss it?
Because it's real faint.
Yeah, I guess so.
And there's an alternate just go around the lake path. That's what we were just on.
Okay.
It was a dashed line. You weren't really wrong for thinking I was right.
I feel like I'm just blazing trail right here, but it's probably just fine. Pull up the old mappy. You gotta go that way.
Kind of the same place.
Like over here. Yeah, there's quartzite all over here. So that must be from that really old ocean way that Utah used to be. The trail's like that way.
It's gonna go around to the left that lake pond.
Huh. So that's all swamp right there.
Everyone's walking around this river.
Oh, and there's some steps through it. There's someone on their way back. Well, this is very pleasant. I dropped my snow. Where am I going to get some more? I have a feeling we're going to have snow available the whole time. It just, to me, it looks like we're supposed to go this way more. Because it's supposed to be over there.
Yep.
Here, good find.
That was why we needed to come over here to find that.
So, well, let's just go through the not snow though. Or as I like to call it, dirt. That there's a rib. That there's another rib. So let me document the ribs that we're seeing. Those are look like big deer or elk, I don't know. The trail's over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Something has gone astray again.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking over. There's another rib. We're almost where we'll meet up with it again, it looks like. Since we're just not on the trail at all right now.
Everyone's watching this video as they hike this trail. Don't follow this part exactly.
Well, that big swampy pond gets in the way is kind of what the problem is, and then the real trail, it seems like, is over here somewhere. This is
We're walking right at it at this point, which is An egg fell out of this tree.
That's not a real. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say that's not like a person's chicken egg. That's a.
No, that's like a bird who lives here's egg.
That's a legit.
That's like a raptor's egg based off size. I don't think a robin needs an egg that big.
My shadow's in the way, but there it is.
It's whole. I'm sure it's.
Make some bird mad by touching its egg.
Well, I would rather it didn't fall. Probably already too late for that little egg.
Yeah.
Sorry, little fella. That's why you're born in piles.
In piles.
That kind of counts as wildlife.
Step up. I think it does count as wildlife to see a wild egg. Whew. This is hard. Well, we're dead on trail. I think this is the trail right here. I read that the trail is very hard to see.
Going through all that ice still.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just getting a better view of kind of where we're going. Taking a second to look. Basically, we're straight shot going that way. And I think it might even go around like the knob of that big slab. See where that guy is?
Oh, yeah.
Those two.
Okay.
I think that's where we're going. Yeah, it can get a little eerie feeling when you're out here feeling all alone. All right, crossed another stream. Roxy's right behind me. There's a cairn right in front of me. Yeah, this is all quartzite. Sparkly sands that petrified into rock. This was all under an ocean many, many millions of years ago. That's the trail right here. So let's keep in mind when we come back that we're not going down into those aspens. We're staying on top. Help me remember that. We'll follow the trail too, but
Yeah, just gotta keep an eye on GPS.
we're definitely full sun up here.
Yeah.
This is tundra, where a lot of trees just can't grow because they get glaciered, they get wiped out. Whoa. Just remember, as we go up, that's one less step we still have to go up as we're getting closer. You got it. There's Roxy.
This is pretty cool. That tall peak, Mount Raymond.
That's Mount Raymond. That's one we were looking at. Wow. We didn't do that last week. We did Gobbler's Knob, the opposite. It's just to the right of that, like up through that mountain. A lot of times I'll repeat what you're saying and it sounds stupid. It's because I'm saying it because they can hear me better on the on the video. So we're gonna go up this.
Okay.
That's our next step. Next step up.
More of that snow. My cloth is actually dried now.
Huh.
But I would say it did keep me a lot cooler.
Yeah, you know, I've been cold all day, so I really haven't overheated hardly at all.
Unusual day then.
Yeah, I think I picked a bad path here though. You go ahead and grab your snow. No, we want to go around further this way, I think.
All right. Frankly, I think you're lucky that you're cold.
I know, I do too. I feel good. Yeah, this is where people are going because you can tell if they stepped on the log. That's a clear indicator you're on a trail. Or at least deer are stepping on the trail with you. That's what those prints are.
Well, we'll just scoot over there.
Yeah, you can if you want. I'm just gonna step right through it. Whoa. Just gonna go straight up this SOB. This hill is like a mud pile.
There's a lot of moisture in the soil.
Kind of reminded me just then of climbing up when we were in the saddle in between Millicent and Wolverine.
Yeah.
That it went straight up.
The cliffs make it look so much further.
Yeah.
It won't actually be as bad as
It's
it
just a
looks.
visual perspective thing. It just messes with your head. It makes you think that what you're doing is going to be so hard, but it's not really that bad. You just have to go a little bit at a time. Rock's a little slick right there. Glaciers kind of wipe these rocks so they're kind of polished. There's our friend hikers behind us, or in front of us. Well, they're not our friends yet, but we like to see other people where we're going.
Yep. Curling upwards as well.
Now you can see the other lake.
Lawrence and Lily.
That's
Blanche is actually
fantastic.
visible from here.
Yeah, totally behind the trees.
Olympus, I think. It's almost visible.
Well, I think for this angle, instead of going up those stairs, I'm going to walk over to that wall and then go up the slant. And that's what other people are doing because there's a log with steps on it. Fantastic country here though. We're tired, but this is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, like off the charts beautiful.
Yeah. It's really cool to be up with those slopes when you're looking at from the bottom.
Yeah, and just this rock that we're walking on is so pretty. Red and orange, and it's just got contour lines everywhere. there's these like right angle type of things where I don't know what cuts it like that, like something
that's
slid
where
that way,
the ice got in between and it cracked.
but it's just so geometric, like a star right here.
That one's really,
It's interesting.
like the little
Your
break.
calf's a little breaky.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to start calling your calves bulls because they're getting strong. Bad dad joke, but all right, whatever. That's what I do.
Raymond Ridgeline is coming more and more visible.
Yeah, as well as the lakes below us. And the cliff's getting ever closer.
Yeah.
Is that a cairn? I think that's a cairn
Take it as one.
right there. We're just gonna go right up the top of all this stuff.
Yep. Now the waterfall's getting quite close.
I think right there. It's the best line. Swim over and then a worm. Do some wormy action. Yeah, straight ahead's easier. That's probably smarter. I'll meet you. I picked a little more rugged way, but it's gonna be fine. Or is it? Hands. Yeah, my way was stupid. I got it though. Okay.
Still going up. Ground's still up there.
I heard a hawk. The hawk is up there crying, trying to scare little rodents into sitting still. Because they hear that and they can't think of anything besides stand like a statue. But the hawk wants him to run so it can see him. Hear him?
I keep not hearing him. I'm just the wrong spot, I guess. There he is.
That was something else. That's the hawk. It's over there somewhere.
I'll just keep hearing the wind.
Maybe that's not a hawk.
I wouldn't have identified that as a hawk.
Maybe I'm wrong. It's been known to happen from time to time, like every day. That's the
We're
peak
going our way.
we're trying to go to. Yep, we're dead on. Because we have to go all the way around it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go past it quite a ways. Like that peak, that's the top peak. We're gonna go past it as far as the short peak is that way, and then turn, and then come up the back.
Okay.
But we're making great elevation gains, and that's what needs to be done. We can take a bigger break and drink some water whenever you want. We have plenty of time. Waterfall running right to the left of us.
It's funny because Dromedary doesn't actually look that far away.
Yeah, Sundial is connected to all that ridge line that's connected to Supreme and Cardiff and Dromedary and
Yeah.
Sunrise and Twin Peaks. It's one of the big boys.
The big ridge line, yeah.
Yeah, this is a huge peak. How often in your life do you walk by glacier melt on a rock cliff like this? This is amazing. It's coming out of that snowdrift. And maybe we should go up top, or maybe we go that way. I think we go this way. Don't you think we should go over this to here? There's no footsteps over here, but it doesn't look bad to go through.
I'm loving that waterfall. I had to take a video for my.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah. If I had to drink some natural water,
Yeah,
right on my list.
yeah, that's got to be clean. Hasn't had a chance to get dirty. It's just this snow.
Yeah, we're gonna make it dirty.
I'm just not sure if we want to go left or right, so I'll just stay in the middle. Okay.
Somehow left.
I think we might have to go left in a minute.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, this is not ideal. It's not bad, but it's not good. It was hard though. And you have to step on top of these branches really. Ah. Yeah. Pretty lame, but you'll survive. Uh-oh, you have to back up. You got loops hanging off the back.
Dude.
They're just trying to catch you. Oh, I knew that was slippy. Good catch. Is your fingers all right? Are your fingers, I guess, is the right English. I think that is the path.
People, so that looks good.
Yeah, so that's the path. Let's follow them. I think we'll go up. I'd go down if there was no snow, but the snow is annoying. It gets in your way. It messes up your plans pretty good.
Back. The ridge line for Mount Raymond is almost entirely visible from where we cut off.
It looks different from this angle. We're seeing it.
It looks completely different.
Yeah, totally different angle.
It smells really nice.
Well, these little mini rivers everywhere makes it reminiscent of something like southern Utah, where you're inside a lot of different slot canyon type of stuff or something. There's a big, huge cairn for us. I like to kick pretty hard so I can see my spot on the way back. All right. Whew. I can see a path around this main jutting cliff. We're getting there.
We are.
Slow and low, that's our tempo. We go. We just keep going. Mud. Another nice fat cairn. This is like a really cool alpine hiking feeling. Totally different than the rest of the hike. I would expect that we're going up that dirt in the middle of the snow.
Yeah.
You feeling good?
Mostly. But
Right now?
I don't want to crowd them though.
Well, we're not crowding if you have a break right here.
Yeah.
Let's just sit down for a second. hill. Like we actually should go this way to the right.
Straight through the middle.
Does it?
It looks like it to me.
Yeah.
Some footprints.
Yeah. Wow. What's the deal with the red? Yeah.
Not red.
There's a stream underneath this. There's red. It's like from some sort of pine cone dye or something. Whew.
Snow. It's always less noticeable to me for some reason.
There's what?
It's less noticeable.
Yeah, going uphill.
Up at the top, you can see a ski snake. Somebody had skied down that cirque up there. I think I can really only see it with the sunglasses. Like straight ahead of us. You can
Right
see
in the middle.
squiggles. Yeah.
Wow. So somebody climbed up there in the winter and from the other side and then skied down this way?
Ski down, yeah.
There's the prints right there.
I guess we will follow.
I don't like having to go across where
Probably
apparently a river is, yeah. You okay?
Yep.
Dig that hill in as best you can, I guess.
We're gonna go back down here.
Okay, so yeah, go up another 10 feet and then back down. Slippy. Definitely is slush.
Awkward.
Yep. I know when you were born, I had no idea that you'd be the one doing crazy stuff like this with me.
No.
I never would have imagined. I know that is a fact because I'm still surprised that you do this with me and you don't complain. You just keep going.
I'm always surprised when I keep going.
That's the thing, is most of it's in your head. Like, your body gets tired, but it's got so much in it that you don't even realize. Look at this cool little arch. Someone built delicate art. Woo! Good thing is the river's actually small, so if you did fall in, it'd just get your feet wet. Yep, now you can see it. Gobbler's Knob is that top one on the far right. Yeah, Raymond's no joke. Look at it. Raymond's pretty serious. But Gobbler's Knob is hard too. Look at it. No wonder we were getting blasted in that snowdrift up there. Thing was tough. Yeah, feels about like we should be at the end if we were doing gobblers. Yeah. Feels right. I said to the guys at work, I said I did Gobbler's Knob. I summited Gobbler's Knob, and Colton said, "Did you find any?" I was like, because he thought they were. Yeah, go ahead and take some extra big ones on purpose, even though you don't feel like it.
Sundial is actually 10,283.
Okay.
5,000 more feet to gain.
No way.
Now, can you see the ski path now? I can see the lower part.
Oh yeah, I can see it down here in the lower bit.
Yeah.
Some turns.
An epic run.
Yeah, someone was.
And then they had to do
quite
a lot of work to get done with the day.
Well, they had to ski all the way down and come out the canyon.
Yeah.
When you think you're about to get killed at any moment doing that in the middle of winter, you know you're alone.
That's like that person. They are true animals.
So we're almost going to take a turn. I think around this knob here. Speaking of knobs, we're going to go around this rock here and then turn left.
Cool.
And then we're going to go up that amazing waterfall that I just spotted.
Oh wow, yeah. If nothing, this section has beautiful waterfalls.
Looks like our trail's taking us over there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you will want your spikes. It's up to you. The snow is actually pretty hard. What a life. A butterfly can just fly around this. We have to walk. Oh, big step there. We're going to be in Waterfall Central here in about 15 seconds. See the waterfall right there in front. The other one up there. And there's our path. I think we go around down here. It's kind of like either way works. So I'm just gonna go this way. So it's already here. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is where we want to be. A little bit of a boulder field here. Over to this guy. And well, it's probably easier than the boulders. So yeah. Oh, a little bit of a post hole. It's tiring. It's tiring. The snow heats up by the rocks. So then you post hole. That was a good one. You okay? Yeah. Good job. Maybe it is easier on the rocks. There's no such thing as easier on this part of the trail. All of it's hard. I think that's probably our last stretch of snow though. And then it's bouldering. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. I'm trying to, because I think the way down we're going to appreciate it. Okay. That's a post hole. Getting close to the rocks now. Yeah. There's just no way around it. But you're right, 100%. This has a little bit of the rock, but just be careful because we're close. Yeah, I'm trying to kick down pretty hard. There's one right there. Right there's a better spot. This is by the rock. Indeed, darling. So I think right here we're gonna step on the rocks from here on. Go like this, and kind of just have your hands down. Almost there. Just got to do another step to this one. That one was a little tricky. You're doing great. Just go right on that rock if you can. What'd you say?
Glad to have 3 points of contact with the rock.
Yeah. Yeah, the snow is rough. Complicates everything. So I'm gonna go right to that rock. Step here. Step here. Mini puzzles. I went this way.
How much further?
How much further? Well, the top of the waterfall is my next big goal. And then what?
I guess the end is not in view.
No, end of the scramble. I don't even know if this is considered the scramble. I think the scramble's up higher. This is the boulder field.
I'm starting to get a little scared, that's all. But let's keep going. If at the waterfall it just looks like it's going to keep being scary, then I'm going to...
You're gonna call it? That's fine. There's a snow field right here, so we can go up and around it or over to the waterfall, and I think the waterfall way is easier. So I'm gonna do that approach. I gotta step down. A little too high up here. That's fine. That waterfall in front of us. Below. I think we should go to the top of the waterfall and then eyeball it, and we'll decide then. And if you want, I can do it and leave you here if you don't want to keep going. But I think going up this little rock path right here is what I'm going to do. Doing great. Yeah, it's pretty wild. So I went up that one that you're looking at. It seems kind of bad, but it wasn't so bad. You had it?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm resting before I make the move.
Well, if you want to turn around, we can. Good job. Okay, I can't predict anymore. I feel like it might just be snowfield
the
after
rest of the way.
snowfield.
Yeah.
If you want to come up a couple more feet and see what I'm seeing. I just looked at the map and we've done like a fifth of the angle this way. So we have to go a lot further. It's not like we just go up.
Yeah.
And these boulder scree fields are tough. But the snow makes it way tougher.
Snow does. That's the problem.
I don't want to slip through it and, you know, hurt our legs.
Yeah, I already had one fall and felt like a lucky miss.
Yeah, and there's some more snow crossings. There's at least 2 that I can see.
Long way.
Well, do you want me to come down and then...
Yeah, I think we're throwing in the towel on Sundial.
Yeah.
We did it last week. Brave. Braver than me.
I can't believe a construction crew brought all these rocks up here. It's insane.
Just to get in my way.
You gotta be so strong.